Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Erica here from the Little Iguanas Children's Safety Foundation for another tip of the week. If you're joining us live this morning, I hope that you can say hi in the comments. Let us know where you're joining from and what your plans are for this weekend. I can't believe it is already 4th of July weekend coming up this weekend. I was scheduling a meeting last week for Lil Iguana, and I opened my calendar. I was like, oh, let's meet next week. And I was like, oh my gosh, next week is actually July. It's already the 4th of July. So the summer is totally flying by. I have no idea where the time is going. I don't know about you, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's already summer in full swing. And if you're located in the southern New Hampshire area, our offices are located in Nashua, New Hampshire. We have a partner with Smoothie King in Nashua, and they are actually hosting free Lil Iguana smoothies all day today at their Nashua location, which is located on Amherst Street. So if you are in the Nashua area or southern New Hampshire area, please take advantage on this super hot day. Cool off with a Lil Iguana smoothie. It is a healthy option and it has apples, kiwi, kale, lots of fun, delicious ingredients, and it is free. 12-ounce drink is free all day today at Smoothie King in Nashua, New Hampshire. So I hope you head over there at some point today. But this weekend, like I said, 4th of July, and it is important to talk about 4th of July safety because, we might be heading to a barbecue or the beach or a fireworks show or just enjoying some time in the backyard. And it can be filled with excitement, but it could be filled with a couple of challenges, maybe loud noise, bright lights, big crowds, water, pool time, fire pits, fireworks. So it can be a sensory adventure. It might be sensory overload. There might be some safety risks and emotional risks, but there's a lot of chances for us to practice our safety skills and our emotional regulation skills so that we can help our kiddos this weekend and help ourselves. And these are things that we teach all year long at Lil Iguana, but we can reinforce them, especially leading up to this weekend. So I want to walk you through a few simple and realistic safety tips that you can share with your kids before we head out on Friday. So if we talk about it, today's Tuesday, we talk about it today, a little bit tomorrow, a little bit on Thursday, or maybe one longer session, before we head out on Friday. It's going to help them be safe, confident, and ready for some fun. So the first thing I want to talk about is pool and water safety. So if you're going to be going to a pool or a lake or the ocean, or even just have a big kiddie pool in your backyard, in your yard, water safety is huge. So what we teach here at Lil Iguana is that you're not going to go in or near the water without permission. So even if your friends are in the pool, even if it's a kiddie pool, it's so shallow, we're not going to go in or near the water before we get permission. We have to get permission first. So kids need to ask the grown up in charge, whether that is you as a parent or you're the babysitter, or if your kids are at a friend's house, their mom or their dad or their babysitter or caretaker. It's important to get permission from the grown-up in charge first, and then they have to wait for that yes. They have to wait for the okay in order to go in the pool. And then we're never going to be swimming alone. We're never going to be going into the water by ourselves. Even the most confident swimmer need help sometimes. Things can change quickly, and we're going to be taking a buddy with us so that it adds an extra layer of security and safety and fun. So we're always going to get permission first, and then we're always going to take a buddy with us. And then we're going to talk about the rules to follow when we're in or near the water. So how deep is the water? Can we put, dive rings down the deep end? Are we allowed to go into the deep end? Are we going to check the pool rules? Are we going to talk about, we're going to use walking feet around the edge of the pool to make sure that we don't, fall or accidentally fall into the water. We're going to be safe with our walking feet, and we're always going to get permission first. So even if it's a kiddie pool in the back, we always need to get permission first. And then the big one, obviously, this weekend is fireworks, sparklers, campfires, the big stuff, open flames. These things can look magical. They can be so much fun, but they can also be dangerous, especially for curious kids and for adults. So it's important that we talk about keeping a safe distance. That means no touching. We're not going to be lighting. We're not going to be picking up fireworks or sparklers, even if they look like they're done. We're not going to be touching or holding anything without permission. So if you didn't light it, you don't touch it. Unless we have permission from the grown up in charge, we're not going to be going near those things. We're not going to be using those things. And that brings us also to backyard fire pits or campfires. We need to set clear rules of where the no-go zone is around the fire or the open flame. So we're going to use a rope to make a circle around the fire pit, or we're going to draw a line in the dirt or in the sand, and we're going to say that's a no walking space. You can't go inside that space around the campfire or the fire pit. So there's no running, there's no chasing, there's no horseplay, there's no jokes that go on inside that ring near the fire pit. And if for some reason something drops inside that ring, we're not going to grab for it. We're going to ask an adult for help. So if we're, making s'mores around the fire pit and we drop our marshmallow or our graham cracker or our chocolate around the fire pit, we're going to get permission and we're going to ask an adult to help us retrieve that object if it's within that no-go zone, because we want to make sure that we're safe. So this is a great chance to remind your kiddos about some of our favorite lessons that we talk about all year long, but it's important to reinforce, especially during these times. Get permission first, lighting a sparkler, grabbing a snack, walking to another yard or another house. We need to check in with the grown-up in charge first, and we need to get permission first. Once we get permission, we're going to take a buddy with us. So if we're going to be heading to the bathroom at the campground, getting a drink or a snack at the snack shack, or if we're going inside, we need to get permission first. And then we just need to take a buddy with us because it's more fun and it's safer as well. And then we're going to talk a little bit about, that weird feeling that we get in our belly. We know something just isn't right. That's our harm alarm. And if it goes off, we need to tell someone right away. So whether that's an adult that's like acting kind of weird, or if a firework landed too close to us, or if someone's pressuring us to do something that maybe is risky and your child knows that they shouldn't be doing it, they're going to trust their instincts. They're going to trust that harm alarm, that gut feeling, and they're going to talk to you about it right away. So ways that we can set our kids up for success this weekend and beyond. There's a few things that you can do ahead of time, like we talked about leading up to this week, role playing different scenarios. So you could ask something like, what if you wanted to use a sparkler this weekend? What if you wanted to go for a swim or go near the pool? We're going to have them practice, say, I'm going to get permission first, or I need to get permission first. And then you can talk about what is permission and practice eyeballs, ask, yes. And then we're going to set clear rules before we're going to the party or gathering or going into the backyard. We're going to set up our boundaries and go over the boundaries, who they can talk to if something goes wrong, so they can talk to them yourself, or what other grown-up can they come to if they have an issue or if they need to get permission during the day. And they're going to ask for help and they're going to get permission before they go and do those things. And I want you to talk about normalizing speaking up, talking about their harm alarm, even if it's awkward, even if it's a friend that they know that's doing something or pressuring them to do something that's risky. It's okay to say something and it's okay to speak up. And I want you to always be proud of them for speaking up and sharing those weird feelings with you, their harm alarm. So let's set aside 10 minutes this week for a simple chat, and we can use positive language. Like, this weekend is going to be a blast. We're going to have so much fun this weekend, but it's also important that we stay safe this weekend. So if you're not sure about doing something, or if your harm alarm goes off, even if it's just a little, even if it's kind of weird feeling, you need to come tell me, and you need to share that funny feeling. If you want to go in or near the water, you need to get permission first. Once you get permission, you always have to take a buddy with you. So if you're looking for some ways to start the conversation, we have some fun 4th of July resources that we're offering free this week. So let me add that up. So if you go to lilaguanausa.org/4th, let me put that in our chat here. You can get our coloring sheet, our digital poster, and a 4th of July word search free with using code JULY at checkout. You can get any or all of these digital downloads free of charge on our website this week as you start the conversation about being safe this 4th of July. And then if you want more information about any of our digital resources and tip sheets to help start the conversation about getting permission or water safety or harm alarm or take a buddy with you, you can go on our website and all of those digital resources are available. And if you are a Safety Up digital member, you get those included with your all access membership free of charge. It's the 4th of July this weekend. I hope you guys have a great weekend. We will see you next Tuesday for the tip of the week. And if you want a text message reminder of when we go live every Tuesday, you can text the word live to 844-385-7419. If you're in Southern New Hampshire, I'll be over at Smoothie King with Lil Iguana around 1 o'clock today. So you can come over and say hi to us. Otherwise, grab your free smoothie all day at Smoothie King in Nashua. Have a great weekend. Have a great day. We'll see you next week.